What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with my friend Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
Hi, so good to see you again. Happy New
Uh,
Year's, everyone.
oh, yes. Happy New Year,
It is a new
Thomas.
year, right? Isn't it a new year?
What is that?
I said it is a new year, right?
Yes, it is. Sorry, it's just like I was trying to get the comment section and stuff
Oh,
going.
sorry.
Guys, if you're here with us, make sure to comment below and say hi. Thomas is my friend that I met in a networking. What is it called? The networking group that we are part of.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes, so we met there and we connected right away because we have the same love for languages. Thomas is the founder of Words Overseas, and we have people joining us.
Yay!
Hi, Macreen official. Hi, Kim. Hi, Lynn.
Uh,
Kim and Lynn are my Frenchie girlfriends. We went
Frenchy.
live. Yes, we
Yay! More
went live.
linguists. Woohoo!
We went live yesterday and we did our unboxing. We're like Tupperware fans,
Oh,
so it was kind of fun. So if you're here tuning in with us from Facebook or from YouTube, make sure to give us a like button because the algorithm really likes that. And if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, then please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you'll know every time I post a new video. And I come live often with a good friend like Thomas. So yeah.
yeah.
So today, essentially, Thomas, thank you for coming last minute notice and just, I've been meaning to have you over because I really, really want to thank you. Thank
Oh.
you for being in my life. Thank you for helping me throughout the hardest time of my life of
hmm
losing my father. Here he goes, like Niagara Falls coming
Here
again.
we go. Come on. Let it go. Let it go, girl.
Oh my gosh. So thank you for being a friend and being there when I needed a friend. You know, losing my father has been very, very hard on me. And Thomas has shared his faith with me, and he would be sending me like positive vibe, like wonderful messages. And it helps, like
hmm
in more ways that you can possibly imagine. With
hmm
social distancing, you can't even give a hug or you can't even see your friends anymore. It's like
hmm
so hard.
hmm
And I don't know about you guys, but I have no idea when somebody leaves us like that. Like, not only your heart is broken and it's so hard emotionally to live a life without them, and then you have to deal with all the estate planning, all of
hmm
the all the legal things that you have to do. And I was really like, it was very tough. So how Thomas was also able to help me was that I didn't even know like what I was going to do, but like Thomas was there and I needed to translate my mom's marriage certificate. We are from Laos, Southeast Asia, and in the estate planning they needed to see that my parents were married, although when they immigrated to Canada. And let us know, guys, if you're watching and if you're also immigrant and you're coming in from like a different part of the world and you live like in the US or Canada, please let us know in the comment below. But my parents came, they're married and they didn't really have all of the documents like with them, right? So they just assumed that they were married. So when
hmm
my dad passed away, there was nothing that confirmed that, for them. So my mom had to dig very deep to go and look for the right papers to show that yes, they are married. And when she finally found it, it was in Laos. Okay, so
hmm
we live in Canada. My mom is from Montreal, Quebec, like Montreal, Quebec area, and she couldn't find anyone to be
hmm
able to translate
Wow.
from Lao to French,
Wow. hmm
right? And it was really strange. We looked around and I was like, okay, how do I help her? Like, first of all, I live in Toronto and I'm like, how do I help her with that?
hmm
And even if we were to do our own translation,
hmm
like we would need someone to approve it and things like that. So I thought it was very complicated. My mom was very stressed out, and
Wow.
very emotional.
Mhm.
Um, and when you have a friend in your corner, hence the reason why of the title is that Thomas was just so giving. He's sending me positive vibe all the time. So we kept in touch. And then I think I said this to him, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, what am I gonna do this? And he goes, I can help. I'm here, Marinda. I'm words overseas, any language, from any language to any language. Remember? And I was just like, oh my God, that is so right. And it was funny because, well, not funny, but it was so fast. It was one day, was it? Turnaround time? You did it?
I don't know. You tell. Was it? You tell me.
I think so. It was funny because
I have a good team.
I messaged you and you like, I don't remember. Like you were on your way to the post office. Do you remember that day? You were going to the post office because you were mailing something out, a certificate of oh, you were getting something stamped. No, not the post office, to the notary.
Notary, yeah.
Yes. So you were on your way to the notary and you were getting the stamp for a document. Yes. Yeah. And then I asked you about it.
Is that when I'm like, when you called? That's when you texted me about this?
Yes,
exactly. I was on the road, so I was outside a UPS building.
Yes,
that's where we get notarized in America. Yeah.
So for me, I was like, oh man, but will I get it notarized? Like, if you did the translation, would I get it notarized? And you're like, as a matter of fact, I'm actually doing it right now. So you bet you can. Remember?
That's God. That's God. That is God.
Right? Like what? Like,
wow.
Do you believe in miracles? Because right at that point, I was just like, wow, that is really strange.
Miracles. Can we sing? No, sorry.
Okay, this will be a different show. Okay, we're gonna lose viewers if we start singing. Well, I don't know. Maybe you're a good singer.
You know what? You've heard me sing on. I have Facebook Lives where I sing.
Yes. Okay.
I did some Christmas carols. Sorry, little plug. I did some Christmas carols with my wife.
Yeah. Maybe we'll hear him. Like, hi, James.
That's totally a miracle, though. You're right. The timing. The timing is amazing, right?
Yes. I just want to say hi to James Patterson. Hi, James. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so I just wanted to say that, if you don't believe in miracles or you don't believe in putting kindness.
Supernatural.
Yes, supernatural. Like,
can I tell a little story on top of that?
Yes, tell me.
I believe it was that same day, because you were in California and a lot of I'm just saying, I'm not judgment, I'm just saying, this is a fact, but in our town, in Santa Clara County, a lot of salons and barbershops, they're closed. And so I actually, because of that, I actually lost my barbershop. My barbershop went down during COVID. And I was looking for a new barbershop. This is so cool. You ready, Marinda?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What happened was, and so I think it was that same day I went into the UPS and I was actually dealing with another project. And then I saw the UPS guy, the owner, he had this amazing haircut. And, having a haircut here is like the luxury. So he had this beautiful haircut. I'm like, oh, you had such a beautiful haircut, Dennis. Where'd you get it? And he goes, oh, just next door. Oh. I'm like, what? And there is this, and here's a plug to this store. If you guys are in the Bay Area, go. She's still opening for business, but her store is called Grateful Head. It's like Grateful Dead, only Grateful Head is a great name. And I had passed by that store many, many times, but I was going to my other barber. Anyways, long story short, I found this new barber, and she's Vietnamese, and so her name is Mai, like my. So now she's my barber.
You know what?
What all happened that day? That day, all that happened, Marinda. I found a new barber at the UPS. You call me. All that happened on that day. And now I have my own barber, and she's amazing. A Vietnamese lady, and she's opening up because she needs to. She needs to open up. Otherwise, she's going to go down too.
Yes. Thank you, Mai, for being Thomas Barber. You know what? It's funny because two of my girlfriends who's here with us, they are Vietnamese.
Yay! Vietnamese rock! Vietnamese
Southeast Asia represent. Yeah. Yes. So thank you for sharing that with us.
That was a good day.
Yeah, honestly, guys, just keep showing up. Just with all the craziness in the world, is just just spread kindness. And then
little acts of kindness. Do it.
Don't do things in order to get something back. Don't give kindness and then be like, oh, nothing is happening to me. There's no miracles. don't go life like that.
You be the miracle. You are the miracle.
Exactly.
You are the
Exactly.
miracle. Okay, yeah. Oh, I have another story. I have another story to share. Can I share another one?
Kim said, do you see the comment when I do this? Do you see?
Yes, so amazing how everything. Yes, Kim.
Yes, Kim, that's right.
Yes,
And this is
can I share an angel story now?
yes, tell.
Okay.
Lynn is giving us the hands up.
Hala, Lini Ban. Wow. Okay. Is she Vietnamese?
Yes, they are.
Really? She's blonde
Yes.
Vietnamese? Okay. Anyway, so this I had a friend and at one point they asked me and like God just moved me to pray for her. She was actually going through cancer and stuff, and I prayed over her and I sang over her. And then she goes, Thomas, like, it's like you're like, you know what an angel is, Thomas? I'm like, you know what the definition of angel is? I'm like, no, it's like someone with wings and someone like God brings at times of crisis. And he goes, no, it's like you are an angel. And that just touched me. We can be angel. We are angels. When God puts a message of kindness or whatever, like even for Miranda reach out to me, she was an angel to me. And like when we do acts of kindness, when we pray for people, when we do things that, God puts on our heart just to be kind, we become angels.
Oh my gosh, this is so amazing. I love when you share with me those kind of things and like,
like important than business. The things we're talking about are way more important than business and networking.
Yes. You know what? Like at the end of the day, guys, like we are all here. We're like, I mean, not we are all, not everybody's an entrepreneur, but when you are an entrepreneur, it's not only about your work. It's not only about like what you do for a living. It's also who you are, what you stand for, and who you are as a person, really, right?
Yes.
So Thomas, tell us a little bit, for my viewers, like, okay, first of all, I love that I got the thank you out of the way. I've been meaning to really, really, reach out to you and thank you.
That's a big story. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. So, like I said, it was like a matter of a day that he translated the document, had it stamped. And by the way, guys, this is something I wanted to share also, Thomas. Remember we were talking and I was like, I don't know if the stamp from California would be accepted in Canada.
And
the answer is they accepted it.
Holla!
So, guys, if you're...
I'm not sure what that is. We just...
I know. I did this because of Lynn. Lynn started that.
Oh, yeah. And people do that. Like, holla.
Yeah, so that's Lynn. See? Lynn. Hey, her hand.
Yeah, hand clap.
So, guys, so if you are in need of translation and you are a Canadian, and he can provide the notary stamps and it would work. Yeah. I know in my community, we're always in the look for that. Like, I know that now I'm also a resource to people. Sometimes, where did you go? Yeah. For your parents, your parents, oh my God, your dad's funeral. Where did you go for your dad's funeral? And, what place did you do? Oh, how does it work? Like, who's your notary? So it becomes like a word of mouth, and hopefully I can refer the people to you because like honest to God, it was quick and easy and simple and effective, right? It wasn't even 2 languages that you talk. You don't know. No. Do you know French? Un peu. Yes. So can you tell our viewers your main language, like what you specialize in, and what you've translated so far too?
Okay. So so I was born in America. Am I looking at the camera? I'm trying to look at the camera here.
Look at the camera.
Okay. Is this good? See,
yes.
Marina's teaching me how to be like more professional image consultant. See, we help each other.
Yes, okay, guys, I'm an image consultant. Here
look at her. Of course, she's an image consultant. Look at this girl. She's beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
And also, if you want to be little plug for Miranda, if you guys need it, for you guys who've come on the first time, she would be. I mean, look at when did you want her to be your spokesperson? I mean, would you buy anything from her? And I do want to say, I know this is all supposed to be about me, but one more thing about Miranda. I have because I work online, and she comes on all the time, and I gotta say, every single time, like if you want to be happy, watch one of her videos. After you watch it, you'll be more happy.
Oh my
She
goodness, that
brings
is so
happiness. You see her kids are amazingly well behaved. She has a supportive husband, which is probably very difficult. You should have your husband on because it'd probably be a miracle, like to be your husband and supportive. That should be a whole session. But anyways, she's amazing. And if you want to be happy, just watch one of her videos. Just her smile and her energy and her being a mom, and like she cradles her daughter while she's talking. She's an amazing person, and she'll just make you happy. Even if you
Oh
don't
my
buy her product or
goodness.
whatever, she'd be an amazing. I would hire her as my spokesperson, but I can't because, well, I don't. Yeah, but I would like if ever I need a spokesperson, she would be my very first person. So anyway,
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. It's so kind of you. Well, you are in the language business. So if you ever need a Thai, Lao, or French spoke person, I could be that person for you.
oh yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, so I was born here, and here meaning like in the
Where
States.
are you?
In the California, where I am, I'm in Palo Alto, California, which is Silicon Valley, which is where we all, where this is all this, everything on here, this and everything on here is from where I am from. That was, yeah, everything you own. Yes. Zoom is here. Everything. StreamYard is probably, I bet StreamYard is here. I'm just guessing.
Oh, we should Google it. Hold on. Go on. While
Oh,
you're talking, I'll
anyways,
Google.
everything is here. I was born in Mountain View, which is right next to Palo Alto. You might have heard of a little podunk Ivy League, semi-Ivy League school here called Stanford University. It's also right here. So anyway, so obviously English is my native tongue, but I picked up Chinese because I have a master's in modern Chinese literature. That's why we're language people. I love language so much. I got 2 literature degrees, English and Chinese, which made me highly unemployable. But God,
Too smart. Too smart.
too smart. No, but that's why I'm running a translation business. So and yeah, so those are the languages I speak. I speak a little German. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch. Ich habe fast alles vergessen. Do you speak any German?
Ich, ich
I knew you
kein
speak
Deutsch.
German, huh? Yeah?
Ich spreche kein Deutsch.
Du sprichst Deutsch, yeah. Okay, we're going all over. I just know a little, but I studied high school. I had 4 years, and then in college I had 5 years. And I like German because I love classical music. This is just going everywhere. This is all about us today.
Guys,
So, yeah,
it's about kindness. It's about the world. Like we really literally we're catching up as we're like live, with you. So go on, Thomas. Talk about you.
Go on. So yeah, so I study German because I love classical music. Like I love Brahms and Mozart, and then their literature is just a powerful culture. So I wanted to learn their language. Anyway, so I have an ambition Deutsch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. It's coming back to.
I don't know if this is going to happen, but Miranda and I, we've been talking about having a language podcast channel. So we're just putting that out there. Maybe you guys are getting a foretaste of it today.
Yeah.
But
Lynn says something. Let's see.
Yay, Lynn.
I agree with you.
Right,
I watch her every day.
Come on, right? She's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
I don't even watch I may be her biggest follower because when I'm on, it's like 1. But I don't even watch 20 minutes. I just watch 1 minute and I'm happy. But can you imagine if you watch the whole thing? You'll be like on cloud 9. So if you have the time, and you'll learn always. She's just such a she'll teach you new stuff, and you'll teach how to juggle being a career woman and a mom for sure. Just watch her.
Oh gosh.
But what else I was saying? Yeah. So basically English, German, and Mandarin, right? So I don't speak Cantonese. And so there is a distinction there too. Yeah. But anyways,
can you tell us a little bit more? Since you're the language person, since you brought it up, how you spoke Mandarin. I mean, you speak Mandarin, but you don't speak Cantonese. Can you say
difference?
Like if it would be hard for you to pick it up? Cantonese?
So Mandarin and Cantonese are really different. So they sound really different. And so Cantonese, you really have to learn on your own. So there's a lot of Cantonese speakers who speak Mandarin, okay? But many Mandarin speakers don't speak any Cantonese because it's so different. But you can pick it up by watching soap operas, I heard. I heard.
Me? Me,
Anyway,
I picked up
yeah.
a bunch of Cantonese and Mandarin by just watching TV. But
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Yeah, so they're very different. Cantonese is in the south, Mandarin is in the north. So it's a really different language. It's the language that's spoken in Hong Kong and in Guangdong, Canton. So yeah, I don't speak any Cantonese, but my sister-in-law is from Hong Kong. She speaks Cantonese.
Mm-hmm. Can you
Yeah.
say something in Cantonese, like something
Oh
little?
yeah, I can.
Go, go, go.
Like dim sum. No, that was just a joke.
Oh.
No, 中意. Actually, oh, of course, has to do with food.
I
中意.
don't like, right?
You know, Marinda knows. What language don't you know, Marinda? You're just, yeah, 中意, 中意. 中意, I like. 中意 means I don't like.
Yes, exactly.
You know what that is, Marinda?
Yes, how are you?
See, we get along because we're polyglots.
把安全带扣好. That's Mandarin. 把安全带扣好.
Now Marinda is revealing her past career. Yes, 把安全带扣. That is so good. I asked my wife's in Taiwan, and I asked her how like 把安全带扣好, and I was like, I didn't even know how to say that because she was a flight attendant, not a steward. I heard stewardess is not right. Is that correct? Stewardess?
You're dating yourself, Thomas. Steward was back in the days. That's how they call us.
Oh, God calls us to be a good steward. So a steward is a good thing. Okay, flight attendant. Yes.
That's right. That's the new way.
And that's why she said 把安全带扣好 means, look, you guys are getting free Chinese lessons. Means buckle up.
Yes.
安全带. So literally means 扣好. Like, yeah, it means get buckled up, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I was taught that. So I mean, if I get it wrong, that's because I had a bad teacher. But apparently, it was a good teacher.
Well, would you like to know what those words actually mean?
Yes.
So 安全带, 安全 means safety.
带
is the belt. So safety belt, 扣 means to buckle, and 好 means good. So safety belt, buckle, good.
Oh. And it's funny because like I learned very basic. So wherever I fly in the world, which I really miss, I would ask the people who speak the language, how can I communicate with the people in their own language? Right. So because I'm just like that. It's just how I am. And then
language is powerful.
And then people would talk to me in Mandarin, and I would be like, 我听不懂中文. And then they're like, yes, you do. And then they come to me and they're like,
that's the wrong thing to say. I've always told people you should learn in every language how to say I don't speak the language. But the problem is if you say that, like, ich spreche nicht Deutsch, they're like, aber du sprichst Deutsch. Like, they'll be like, they'll start speaking more to you. So you should say, this is all I know, and stop. These are the only words I know in your language. I guess so.
Yeah, but it's funny. But like, I'm doing it to be polite. Yeah. I learned it so I can tell them in their language so I'm not rude. Because that's what I teach my kids. Answer the people that talk to you in their language, right? Yeah. Like, so if somebody speaks to you in Spanish and you're not comfortable, then you could just say, ooh, like, because it shows respect. And people will they warm up to you like right away.
They warm up to you right, and it just clicks.
Yes, exactly. So to me, it's always been like, and plus I'm just respectful, and I just love languages like you. So fun. Oh, Kim said something.
Well, the key to language is culture, right? Language is not just different words using different terms. Language is culture. So when you speak someone's language, you're speaking their culture, and you're showing honor and respect for who they are, their identity.
Exactly. Kim said, "Aw, what a sweet story, and love your stories and positivity."
Yay, Kim.
Thank you.
Stories are the best. I feel like in this time, especially, I don't want to get too political, but in this time, we need to hear. Let's go. We need to hear everyone's stories now. Yes. Because we look at people and we always get them wrong. We think they are this, they are not that. And we just need to get people's stories. And we need to get really specific with people's stories, because people are people. We're not a label. We're not Asians, all these labels. We need to sit down and listen to people's stories. So I really encourage everyone, take time and sit down and turn off your bite and listen to people's stories and then ask questions and get their story out.
Yes. So speaking of which, yeah, I know you said that you don't want to go too political or whatever, but like in the same time, I really want to hear your story. Like,
Uh-huh.
I know there's a lot of things going on, where you're coming from, like in the States.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to talk a little bit about it? Like, what's going on? How is it in Palo Alto?
Wow. Okay. So Palo Alto is Santa Clara County,
Mm-hmm.
and it's one of the strictest, if not one of the strictest county or like in all of United States. We were one of the first to be locked down
Mm-hmm.
in March,
Mm-hmm.
and we're still locked down.
Mm-hmm.
We had pockets of not being locked down. We are in something that our beloved governor called Gavin Newsom, who is related to Pelosi. I will try to hold back. No, they're literally one family. These are
Yeah.
just facts, guys. You guys can go fact check whatever. And there's another thing, like, okay, Facebook, everyone is saying fact, this is the fact, this is the fact. Well, I encourage everyone online here, you do your own research.
Mm-hmm.
And don't just go to the fact checkers.
Mm-hmm.
For truth, you may need to go to someone's website, personal website, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of bias going around. So I'm just saying that. So it's just, all the things like, Facebook says this isn't true. Well, don't just take that word. Just because they say it's not true doesn't mean it's not true. So when I say Gavin Newsom is related to Pelosi, like, go check that out.
Yes. Yes.
Which
Yes.
actually, to be honest, I just heard that from somebody, so I need to go check that out. But I believe that's true, that they're in the same family. So I just would see how much we probably get in trouble because we just pass things along that we haven't verified. But I'm just saying.
How about let's
Okay, sorry.
talk,
That was I got derailed there a little.
no, just talk about like what's at heart, like something that we don't need to verify, and I just want to hear you out, like what's going on your end? How do you feel with all the things that's going on? Yeah.
So basically we're in something called purple tier now, which is like the most severest lockdown. And we've had the most draconian restrictions. Like, this is very close to my heart. Like, wow. So I'm a big tennis player, and right now playing doubles tennis, like if you're not from your own household, is completely illegal in my county. Maybe singles, like if you're not from the same household, it's not allowed. And then this is even closer to me, like literally closer. I live in a condo in Palo Alto, which is not cheap. And right outside is a swimming pool, and I cannot use that swimming pool because of COVID.
Yes.
Resident.
Yeah.
So it's not that. Well, basically, there's a big sign on it that says COVID, like these pools closed because of COVID. And of course, if I want to use a swimming pool, I pretty much have to engage in a battle with my HOA, which is Homeowner Association. And I mean, for me to go swimming in my own pool is a political statement.
Yeah.
It's a political battle. So we have this beautiful pool, and we had a very hot summer, and no one dares to swim in it because we're afraid to break the rule. People pleaded me to like run for office so I could open the swimming pool.
Do that. Why not?
I know. It's just
I believe in miracles.
Yes, I will see. I mean, just to do something like that. But I mean, of course, now the pool is it's cold. But I'm just saying these little things. It's been very frustrating because the schools are closed. Like people are losing their business. So this was well, I just shared this. Well, so I shared this business with you. I lost like my personal barber. She closed down during COVID because like there's no business on top of that. Like actually her mom got cancer, but anything that life already throws us a lot of loops, and we go through crises just because life does that to us. Well, on top of that, throw everything that COVID has put on top of that, right? This is what people are dealing with, especially in this year. So it breaks my heart. And what really breaks my heart, people, is to see people, the fear of COVID. COVID is one thing, whatever that is. But people are afraid, so afraid. They're like, oh, if you cough on me, I'm going to die. Like that kind of fear is what really...
Doesn't that happen too? Remember that bus driver?
Tell me the story.
So there was this story, a bus driver,
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a lady that came in and she coughed.
Mm.
And he was so mad. Like he's like, how dare she cough like
Uh-huh.
without, covering herself up.
Yeah.
And he, I think it was on social media, he's like, I can't believe people, it's the pandemic, and blah blah blah. And the next day he died,
Of COVID.
essentially. I Again, guys, go
Fact check it.
verify,
Yeah, yeah.
go fact check.
Send me that story, Miranda. So
Yeah, I will. But you know what? Like whatever it is, okay. If this is what you're afraid of, then it's okay. Or like, you know what I mean? Like if you're not afraid, is your right, is your belief, and nobody will take that
yeah,
away from you. But there is a reason why some people are scared, and and then I understand the people that want to go to normalcy. Is that even a word?
yeah.
Like resume.
Normalcy.
Yeah, they want to go and do things like we used to do. It's
What
not
is that
right.
a word in 2020 though? They that word's gone.
Like my kids, like they're not meant to do online learning.
Yes, it's
It's
not normal. Yeah, everything is not normal right now, and it's like it's just heartbreaking. Businesses are getting closed down. Children can't be on sports teams. Like I mean, this is a real thing. We actually bought a $500 ticket to go see Hugh Jackman. I love you.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
love it too.
Hugh Jackman was going to be on Music Man, which is do you know that musical? It's a wonderful musical called Music
No.
Man, and he was going to be, for you guys, Hugh Jackman fans. And Music Man is an amazing musical that came out in the '60s, like Sound and Music, whatever. Well, he was going to be on Music Man, so my wife and I were super excited. We bought the ticket, $500 ticket, and we were supposed to go like in fall of last year. I'm sorry, I keep on thinking last year is 2019. Just forgive me. Maybe it's just
No, everybody. It's like we are all wanting to cancel 2020. It's almost
yeah,
like 2021 feels like a do-over of
right,
2020.
right.
I think that's the feeling.
But I do want to say to everyone, and I even felt like God was speaking this to me. I feel like don't throw away 2020, people, because we need to remember what we learned in 2020. There were so many valuable lessons we learned in last year, and as hard as it was, let's learn. And I really encourage. One thing I want to do, we're both journalers, right? I want to write down, and I talked to a friend, write down all the good things that happened to you in 2020.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll forget it. You'll just think,
Yeah.
oh, just trash. I know people are saying just trash. I forget it. It was all terrible. It was all COVID. No, a lot of good things. And this is a whole other conversation, but 2020 was one of the best years of my life.
Okay, hold that thought. We have somebody else that joined us. Hi, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro!
Pedro said, yes, biggest growth year.
Wow, good. Wonderful. Pedro, I need to hook up with you, another language guy, right?
Yes, Pedro speaks Portuguese.
Yeah. Well, one of the best things happening is I met Miranda last year.
Oh, thank you.
And all the good stuff all the stuff you shared happened last year.
Wow, that's amazing.
You would not have, if your father, it's hard, your father passed away, but that allowed you to have me and all the things that happened.
Yes, I know.
You need to see it.
I focus on positivity, and honestly, I tell people all the time, whenever I have that rush of emotion or whatever it is that I'm feeling, I really let myself feel it. Whether it's happiness, whether it's sadness, I just let it flow. Yes. Not that I have much control, because I'm a huge, like emotion,
Emoter.
but I let it run.
Yes.
And then it inspires me like every day.
You are authentic, Miranda.
Oh, thank you.
We need to be around authentic people, especially at this time, because we don't even know. One of the hardest thing is, in living in this kind of environment, I talk to my friends, like they don't know what's true and not true anymore. But if you're authentic, that's real. That's true.
That's true, right? So Pedro said, me too.
Yay! Authentic people hang out together. Yes. So those are the things that are, those are real. Oh, so about that $500 ticket. So we were supposed to go in fall, and they kept on pushing it. Now they pushed it to like 2022 January.
Oh my God.
Yes. It's crazy. Everything is postponed. It's it's heartbreaking, right? So it's just I've canceled so many. I'm sure like many canceled flights to places we wanted to go. Like actually, we were going to go to we were going to go to San Diego over New Year, and San Diego was just. If anyone has been, San Diego is one of the most beautiful places. Have you been there?
I've been. My
Right?
kids and I
Well,
love it.
California, they've destroyed San Diego. Okay, we were going to go hang out at this beautiful hotel called Estancia in La Jolla, and my wife and I are like, well, we're going to go to this beautiful hotel and just eat to-go food. Like we can't go anywhere. Things are banned. Like what? Why? And so we canceled our San Diego trip and we went to visit our friends in Redding, where it's much more free.
Yeah. Oh, Pedro says something.
What did he say?
Yes, Miranda is very authentic.
Oh yeah, and you met her in person, Pedro. I haven't even met this amazing lady in person. You had coffee with her or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's true. Pedro and I, when it was allowed, guys, we're not doing it illegally. We were allowed in the summer. And actually, speaking of which, I want to know, like, I don't really watch the news, okay, but because I'm
happy. That's why she's happy.
Yeah, guys, I don't watch things that's gonna make me unhappy. But I see here and there like things that's happening in the US.
Yeah.
And like how crazy is it right now? Like with what's going on? Can you tell us a little bit?
I mean, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, as we know, I mean, we literally had, and this is going to be political, but for the first time, probably in U.S. history, we had 2 presidents running our country.
Yeah.
I don't know you guys can challenge me. I don't know whenever in U.S. history, or I don't even know in any country, we had 2 presidents running at the same time, right? We have Biden who said, I'm president, and all the media here saying, yeah, he's president. Don't even look at that other guy. Then we had President Trump still being presidential, rolling out the vaccine, being presidential, doing presidential stuff. And Biden, meanwhile, is setting up his office. We had 2 presidents at the same time. And if that's not chaos, if that doesn't show a divided nation, I don't know what does. And of course, we all know what just happened in Washington, D.C. That sounds like a third world. That's a banana republic. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Like, okay, I might be laughing, but it's really more of a nervous laugh, or
like, have to laugh, man. You gotta laugh in 20.
Because like, what do you do? You cry? What do you do?
You gotta laugh.
Can you just tell me like how you dealing?
More reason to watch Mama say as much. I call her Mama because she's a mom.
I have hi Rinka.
Oh wow, look at his name, Rinka. Where are you from, Rinka? Look at that name, Miranda.
I love it. And he said, I love you, Miranda. Well, thank you so much.
Where are you from, Rinka Shimbezi?
Tell us where you're from.
And how to say your name.
Is it your first full name, or did you kind of like make it a little bit more like star quality?
What's his last name? It must be really cool.
Busy. Busy. That's kind of cool. It makes me feel like it's like a music. Like,
busy.
Could be.
He's always busy. Where's he from? Where are you from, Rinka Busy?
Let's wait to see if he'll answer. Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Welcome to our show. And so it's really crazy. 2 presidents. So what's happening now? And
crazy.
Do you respect both president? Like, how does it work? I'm not super political, but I love hearing. Like, if me and my husband, we like listening to the U.S. presidential. Like we find it very interesting and engaging.
Well, so what's going on is because this last election, I mean, so everyone in the U.S. knows this, but Trump and his supporters, they're alleging there was huge election fraud in the whole thing, because on the day of the election, like around midnight, like Trump was significantly ahead in a lot of the states and even the battleground states, like. And Trump himself has said this, and there's been a lot of people, news reporters saying that, not mainstream media, they've stood with Biden from like day one, like even before all the election results were out. They already said like, Biden's the winner. Of course, Trump came out early to say it, but like that was at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock or whatever in the, again, fact check guys. But, but anyways, what was I gonna say? So he announced it early, but the thing is, he was ahead, and that's why he said that. But then suddenly, after midnight, after the polls were closed, after they supposedly closed down the counting for the day, suddenly, like around 2 a.m., like the next morning, there was a huge spike, and then Biden was up on every battleground state. Very strange, And then that's when they're alleging there's election fraud. There are dead people who voted. There's underage people who voted. Santa Claus voted. I mean, this would be funny if it wasn't allegedly, true. There was a whistleblower. There were 1,000 whistleblowers with affidavits and everything. And so, of course, Trump is saying there was massive election fraud. They're saying the machines.
That's why he's not leaving.
Well, and so that's why they went into litigation. There was a hearing and all that stuff, right? And so, and then now there's an electoral college thing. But anyway, bottom line, that's why he's fighting. But like finally, after this electoral college thing, I guess Pence might have had an opportunity to reverse the results. Pence is our vice president, by the way. And is this stuff being reported on Canadian news, or you're just not turning it on?
My husband really watches this. Yes, I know. Yeah. Sure. Sorry, this is really live. My baby's crying. My husband's asking me questions.
One of the best things about Miranda's videos and programming is truly live. Yes, see, it's truly live. She has the daughter comes in, the dog can come in. I don't.
Yeah, cute. Baby,
I'm gonna come give you something.
Okay, come say hi to my viewers. Oh, and Raking, oh my God, Rinkashimi Busy is saying hi. Oh, hold on. See, she's crying.
Oh no!
But that's why I have it.
Rinka Shimon.
That's why.
Hola.
Really live. So I think I'm gonna start wrapping it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Just close the office. Oh my goodness! Look at this, guys. So as you know, I've been doing like cooking shows with my family every Sunday, and look at what my daughter just made me. Show them. She's like, "Hold on, Mom. I need to give you a snack."
What is that? Oh, yummy! You made that?
By myself.
What's her name? What's her name? Alani?
What is your name? Tell the viewers.
Milana.
And what's your YouTube channel?
Marvelous Miss Milana.
Wow. Okay, you need to send me that link. I'm gonna go check that out for sure. You got the it, girl. You got that it factor. Just like
thank you.
You got the it factor. You're such a natural on the camera. She's just sometimes when you're talking, she's doing her own show.
Yes, she is. She's
her
amazing.
own commentary. I see it, Milani. You think
she's a business woman. Girl. She's a business girl. So because she cooked this, so she made this the other day. So I filmed her. I went live and I showed them live that she made that for myself. I had some customer ordering Tupperware from me. So then I go to her. I'm like, "Thank you so much, Milana. You've helped Mama do some sales." And then she goes, "Oh, that means I made some money. Like I made some commission." I'm like, "Oh,
whoa, getting off Mama."
Yeah. So she's like, "Oh," I'm like, "No, maybe not this time. You're not getting commission, but thank you for your help."
She's your business partner.
Yes, she is. And she is a painter, right, Lana? She wants to sell her painting. Tell the viewers how much you want to sell your painting.
Wait, is this on your channel? I want to see your painting. I'm a cartoonist, actually.
Yes, Lana. You should show that on your show. So tell them how much you want to sell your painting for.
I have no more paper.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get more.
Don't worry about paper.
But tell them how much you wanted to sell your painting for.
No.
Okay. Anyways, I'll tell. Can you just close? Mama's gonna wrap this up, and then I'm gonna eat. Yes, I'm gonna eat this. Thank you. See, this is what happened, guys. I go, I work, and I don't take the time to take care of myself or to eat. And I know it's bad, but I'm like hustling. Like right now, it's like I'm trying to like it's like I'm getting there. Everything is getting clear. I feel like I'm off to something, and I just wanna get there so that I can slide. No, not that it's gonna be easy, but I feel like, okay, now I can relax, you know. But I feel like I have to just put in the work right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so my daughter said to me, she's like, I want to sell my paintings for like $1 billion. That's what she said in the car, and I was just like, oh wow,
Wow, that's
wow.
confident.
And then you know what was the next thing? She said, but who's gonna buy it? So you know what I mean? She's asking herself the right questions. Like,
Audience, target
and then
audience.
and then anyways, this is like one of my parenting skills. I just go to her, Milana, that's why it's important for you right now to work on being the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Work on you.
Yeah.
People and then make a name for yourself, and then people gonna follow you. And whatever it is that you do, then they'll be like, yes, I'm gonna buy the painting. It's from Milana. Yes, I want the
Be
painting.
yourself. Even if no one buys your painting, you just put it out there. Be yourself.
That's right. Oh, okay, so Ring Kashimi
From
Busy.
Mexico. He's Mexican.
He's from Mexico. And then I have Andrea. Hi, Andrea.
Gartner. She's a German.
She goes, I love Biden.
Okay.
And she said, really cute baby. Thank you. And then she said, oh, wow, Milana, thank you so much for tuning in, Andrea. And like, you know what? I love Biden too, you know, and it's not, I mean,
why do you love Biden?
Okay, hold on. Love would be a big word, but I would say I like. Okay, I would say I like.
Yeah.
And I was feeling like, wow, like, you know, I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Not because I hate Trump or anything, but it's just, I think it's the way that he present himself as a president that I'm just like, it just doesn't look professional. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, I don't want to get political. Like I said, I don't watch the news or whatever. And he make things very difficult, especially for us. Like, I love California, and if I can move somewhere in the world, I would probably pick California. And my husband had a job opportunity there, actually, for all the viewers, mom, dad, whoever it is. He had a job opportunity. He was in the process of, like, you know, like maybe considering it, making the move, but we couldn't even get a visa because of Trump, right? So he's making that very difficult for us. So to me, when Biden, you know, got voted, I was just like, ooh, does that mean that maybe California might be a little bit more possible for me? So that's the thing. It's really to my benefit, because like I said, I don't follow it all this much.
Right.
But I think, what about you? Are you more of a Biden or a Trump? Can we talk about this? Are you open?
Sure, I'm open. Totally.
Okay, go on. Tell us.
I just came back from my first Trump rally, right? I told my very first Trump rally in Sacramento. So yeah. And I drove there by myself. I tried to find people to go with me, and no one would go with me. Everyone got mysteriously sick. These are Trump supporters too. These are This is like one of the guys I asked to go with. He's like this Filipino young man, and he's the first guy I saw wearing a MAGA hat.
Okay.
So he already gave up. Basically, a lot of Trump supporters, they're discouraged. They're like, "What's the point? He's lost." Da da da. But I prayed about it. I like as Miranda said, I'm a man of faith, and my relationship with Jesus is very important. But I felt like the Lord was telling me go, and I said, "Why?" And because I didn't want to go by myself. You know, I'm in Palo Alto. Sacramento is like 3 hours away. And I was like, okay, just go by myself and then do what? But I felt like Jesus was telling me, go there and pray for people. Just pray, because a lot of people are really hurting now. Just go there and pray for different people. So long story short, I went there yesterday. I just got back last night. And I went there, not yesterday. I went there Wednesday because the rally was.
So can you just tell us, other than the fact that you've heard the inner voice or the voice of going, like, why do you believe that, you know, you want to be part of that? Like, what is the reason behind it? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So a year ago, not a year ago, 2 years ago, because a year ago was 2020, right? And we're still in well, now we're in 2021. 2 years ago, I was completely anti-Trump.
Okay.
And my wife was strongly the other way, and we would actually have fights all the time, which is not good.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I went to actually a Christian conference, and then I met some third world Christians who were a Christian leader who were telling me, he's like from Africa, and he was saying, actually, we are really praying for, I think at that time, Trump was running. I think he was going to be, maybe that was for the 2016 whatever. But anyways, well, no, that couldn't have been because he was already in office. But he told me that so many like third world Christians leaders are praying very hard for Trump, because he actually told me this story that when Obama was president, there was extreme Christian persecution in their nation. And when Trump came on the office, the persecution basically stopped. And I'm like, wow. And they are seriously, because to them, America is like the Christian nation. For whether it is or not, that's just their perception. It's the land of the free, the land of God and guns and all that. Not guns, I made that up part. But the land of God, they usually go together, but that's a different thing. But the land of God, the land of Christianity, one nation of God, whatever. So that's how they see it. This was like a Nigerian Christian leader. And I was like, wow, I didn't see that perspective. And like, yeah, our whole church, we're praying that Trump will, stay in office and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, wow, that's a really different perspective, which I didn't know before. And then when I was literally in that Christian conference, when I was praying, I felt like God told me, like, you need to vote for Trump next time. And that, things just turned for me. And it wasn't, and I just said, okay, because I, as a believer, God, like, you have to obey. I think if you're a Christian, you have to obey the voice, as Miranda's saying, which I believe is Jesus in me. But you have to obey. Otherwise, don't call yourself a Christian if you're not going to believe in him. So I believe he said, vote for Trump. And I'm like, okay. So, or for the next time. That was 2 years ago, right? So I'm like, okay, so I'm ready. So I'm just being faithful to my word. And what I have to tell people is that the moment I made that mind shift, like, I started seeing him in a totally different way. Like, I was so anti-Trump that in 2019-18, I did stand up for a year. And one of my things was doing an impression of Trump, and everyone did Trump because he's like, So I did an excellent impression of Trump, and I laughed at him. I mocked him and called him this and proud and all the things people call him. And a lot of Christians too, they think he's just a pompous whatever. So I was in that viewpoint, think he's a womanizer, he's this, he's that, he's morally da 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 da. So I was one of those people, and I can tell you I was totally on the other side. But the moment that I had this change of heart, you could say, and I said, okay, Lord, I will vote for Trump, I started seeing him differently. I started seeing what he was doing. I could, dialogue with my wife, who's one of the smartest. Oh, that's my wife. So
go Lucy, go Lucy.
She's having a video conference in our living room because of obviously. So anyways, she's one of the smartest people I know. So, which is interesting because she voted for Obama last time, but anyways, so but she was telling me all these things, and but now after that change of heart, I see things really differently. And on top of that, I have all these cowboy friends who are like in Texas and New Mexico, and they have a very different perspective, about.
At the end of the day, I think, you go with your heart, like what speaks to you. And then we just have, in this crazy world that we live in, we just have to respect each other's perspective. There's always going to be two sides of the story. Trump, even whatever it is that I might think of him or somebody else might think of him, he's a smart guy. He's a businessman. He's a businessman. He's a smart guy. He's done, like, is where he is because he used his brain to do a bunch of the things that he achieved. But at the end of the day, you cannot please everyone. No. So
and I think at the end of the day, like, when you look at all his policies and everything, there's a bigger conversation, Miranda, that his values, political, they align most to true conservative biblical values.
So thank you so much for sharing that with us, because you know what, I think that it could be a very touchy subject, and I actually don't know what my viewers would think about that, but feel free to leave a comment below. This is like if you don't know me yet, this is a very positive community. I welcome openness and
Yeah. So do
authenticity.
I would like to dialogue anyone. I feel like we need to be able to, in this season, have uncomfortable conversations, and at the end of the day, still share a wine and high five each other. We have to be able to, like, right? Like,
I know. Like, why is it that your favorite color is red and mine is blue that we can't be friends? Oh my God, I just said red and blue just.
I know.
And then, oh my God, I just said that.
How do you know? And I'm wearing blue, so I don't know why you.
No, I just said the color just as an example, and it turns out that the politics is
exactly.
red and blue. Oh my God. Okay, guys,
Yeah.
this is not me trying to be like into politics or anything. But anyways, at the end of the day, the world is changing. So much is going on.
Rapidly.
So many things you cannot control. So many things. I cannot bring my dad back. I cannot do, like, there's so much I have no control over. But what I can do is live in his legacy. Live in his legacy, nurture what he believed in, and continuing doing what I can to help my children.
You can't change anybody but yourself. Change yourself.
Exactly. And your point of view, you kept an open mind, and now, you went from being anti-Trump to pro-Trump, but hey, maybe you'll change again because you're evolving, you're open to the messages, and I think that's what we need in life. And yeah, so
can I tell people about my promotional?
yes, I want to give you the chance. I just wanted to see if there was any more messages. So so thank you so much for coming in here and for catching up with me. It was so fun. But before I let you go, I want you to let us know. So Words Overseas, okay? It's amazing. A place where you can translate any language to any language. And do you have any promotion going on? And how can people find you? And so forth.
Okay, so yeah, thank you guys for all the time, and I'd love to have a conversation about language or any of the stuff we talked about today. Just reach out to me. I'm on Facebook, Thomas Shou, ThomasShou, maybe one word or two words. Anyways, it's a very rare name, so you'll find me. And my website, like Miranda said, is Words Overseas, WORDSOVERSEAS.com. We also have a Facebook presence. I'm on LinkedIn, and I have a Twitter, but mainly like Facebook and LinkedIn, and my email also is translate@wordsoverseas.com, which you can find on Words Overseas. I think I mentioned, there's a Words Overseas, I said Facebook page, So, So my promotional today is that I would like to, it's like a two-part promotional.
Oh,
So for the 2 callers, number 1, I will give you 750 words free for any English to, I want to say English to any foreign language or vice versa. So English to Chinese or Chinese to English. So we're not doing Laotian to French, sorry. It's a little more costly. I only do that for like true friends.
Promotions. Oh, hold on. Oh my God, I'm having trouble here.
750 words free for anyone who wants to translate something from English to Chinese, Chinese to English, or English to French or something. Okay, but only English to and something back to English. That's the thing. And then for the second caller, I will give 500 words free.
Ooh, for first caller. Second caller, 500 words.
The first 2. You just say you saw us on the Mama Say show, or whatever this is called, the Max Efficient Mama Say show, that you saw us here in our interview, and I will give you that. I will give you that promotion.
Oh my God, so that's amazing, guys. So I just typed in the comment box below, so make sure to check it out. And a caller, meaning you can probably message him on whatever platform that.
Yeah, and I have one more. Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
And the other thing is, I would love to, as I have done for Miranda and so many others during COVID, I would love to pray for any of you guys. I call it prayer for healing service. I will pray, and I pray to God, I pray to Jesus, but I will, whatever you need prayer for, I would love to pray for you guys in any way for anything: physical healing, psychological healing, emotional healing, whatever. I would love to do that. If you want to reach out to me, I would love to do that.
that is so amazing, guys. Like honestly, I think the theme of today was really like kindness and spreading it to the world. And this is again another act of kindness, Thomas. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I hope that you guys would also connect with Thomas. And thank you so much for sharing this time, the precious time with us. We really appreciate it. I know there's
just
I know, isn't it great? But I love this raw moments, you know, this very openness and being able to just chat openly. And so thanks again for coming. I feel like I wanted to say something and it's like slipping my mind. There's like this one thing I want to say.
It'll come to you.
Just 1 minute and it'll come to me.
No,
but
no.
No, it's not coming.
Because you're constantly going. So sometimes for me, I forget something. I just have to stop, and then it comes to me. But okay, maybe that. Well, one thing I was gonna say is, what comes to me is sharing is caring.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I love that.
It is. That's what. So even when you say I'm praying for you, but when you're sharing your problems, you're sharing your problems with me or whatever. That's sharing. And we can't help each other if we don't open ourselves up to each other. That's all I want to say.
That's right, guys. Just be authentic and feel free to be yourself. When you're yourself,
be yourself.
Yes, exactly. When you're yourself, then you're gonna be unstoppable. Thanks again, Thomas. It was so nice catching up with you. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell.
Hit it. Yeah. Smash it. Smash it.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.